Welcome back to another episode of Cactus Core Plays Crash Bandicoot 2. My name is Bobby.
I'm Kevandre.
And we're recording this on the 13th, 14th? 15th.
15th, because it was Friday the 13th. So
that's right.
Today's Sunday.
Right, on the Ides of March, that's what we're doing.
Yes.
Right. And, yeah, everybody's been freaking about this coronavirus thing, so I'm sure we'll be mentioning that at some point.
One of the tarot cards that we got yesterday was about betrayal. Cards? Yeah.
What?
I went to my parents' house yesterday, and my sister read tarot cards for me, my mom, and Aubrey. I'm not going to go fully in depth on what that was about. A lot of personal shit, right? But
okay.
One of the cards that flew out of the deck was like one of betrayal, and I was like, hey, it's like Caesar. And I had completely forgotten about the Ides of March being the very next day.
Right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So it was interesting. But yeah, I don't really believe in that shit, but I gotta say, the cards that were chosen were very relevant to the questions being asked. So I was like, yeah, impressive. I don't know. I don't really go in for that kind of supernatural shenan.
Right, it's almost like there's no evidence for it.
Yeah, I know. It was interesting. I was like, yeah, okay, I'll go with that, whatever.
Yeah, your bullshittery has become impressive, young one. Yes, I agree.
Good stuff. But tomorrow is my dad's birthday also. So that'll be fun.
Oh yes, that is a pretty good thing. And then St. Patrick's Day after that.
Yes. My dad's name is Patrick, so it's weird.
Yeah. Good times.
Yes. You ever go into the sewer and just use a flamethrower?
All the time.
Oh, that's fine. Oh, nice.
Them skills.
Anyway, like last time we talked about conversation starters. We learned about Bobby's middle name. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I told you some backstory about my family's last name.
Oh yes, good times.
Yeah. We learned that bamboo is stupid and overrated. The episode title was Crash Bandicoot, so that was fine.
Now, how the fuck am I supposed to... Okay, let's try this.
You can't. It's impossible.
Oh, this whole game is just impossible.
Yeah. Naughty Dog are news for shipping broken game. Speaking of Naughty Dog, they've been in the news lately.
Have they?
Yeah.
What do they do now?
So, there's a former Naughty Dog employee who came out and said, hey, so, you know, they make great games, and, you know, the people there are generally great, you know, etc. But the crunch is ridiculous. So you often hear about this in video game industry. Just like talking about the long hours, the long weeks at a time, and people going nuts because they're trying to get the game done on time, right?
Oh, god damn it. I'm not even paying attention anymore. Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. It's a good story, so I want to keep hearing. I'm just fucking up because I'm interested.
So, regarding The Last of Us 2, right, the crunch was so horrible that a lot of people have left working there and are having to go to counseling or have medical treatment from all of the going from working the ridiculously long hours and days and things for it. And so this you know naturally led to a backlash against Naughty Dog, right? From people saying, hey, it's not worth it. Just delay the games, man. Don't make people have to meet this deadline. It's ridiculous. Like you compare it to Nintendo, who generally doesn't worry about the deadlines. They're just like, hey, we're going to push this back as long as necessary. They specifically said that's what they did when they delayed Animal Crossing to this week, right?
Yeah.
Because it was supposed to come out in 2019, but they said, hey, you know, rather than overworking our developers to get it done, we decided we're just going to push it back. And that's what, you know, most of them should be doing. Conversely, unsurprisingly, PlayStation stands are defending Naughty Dog for their crunch mindset and coming out with these tweets that say, which show a picture of The Last of Us 2 or whatever Naughty Dog games that they were using, right? and it says crunch, and then it shows like a picture of the villager from Animal Crossing, and it says no crunch. And obviously The Last of Us has a lot more of a realistic style, and it's not cartoony looking. So obviously that looks better, I guess, for The Last of Us. And it's just like, this is what you get with crunch, and that means it's okay. And I'm like, is it though? They've been ridiculous. They've been doing that with all sorts of stuff. They're just like, yeah, like Nintendo can be like cutesy or whatever, but it looks like shit in every single game. Breath of the Wild looks horrible compared to something like Last of Us. I'm like, that's not what they're going for, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. PlayStation stands terrifying people, for the most part. Not all of them.
Yeah.
Some of them are bad, though. I'm talking about Garrison specifically.
Weren't you telling me about what Stan actually stands for?
Yeah, it's you're just a huge fan of something, defending it. It comes from the Eminem song Stan.
Yeah, which is just ridiculous.
Which is, if you're unfamiliar with it, is a song from the perspective of a fan of Eminem named Stan, who is a huge fan. He goes nuts for it, for Eminem, and he gets upset when he feels betrayed by Eminem, and then he kills himself and his girlfriend.
Right.
Spoilers for a 20-year-old song.
As you do. That's not something you want to be compared to.
Sure.
It's not something you want to advocate.
That's just,
you know the meaning.
That's just the initial reason for people using the word to mean what they mean it in the current context. These days, it's just like, hey, we're kind of just ride or die for this thing. Which is fine, I suppose. But, yeah, I don't know.
Yes, ride or die, motherfucker.
Yeah, Fast and Furious. You know us, we love that series very much.
Yes, it's what we're all about, let me tell you.
I agree.
That's why we're so happy that the movie got pushed out.
See, I kind of wish that it didn't, just because, so much of the Fast and the Furious stuff is about Corona, and Vin Diesel's love of Corona, and I feel like it would be very, very fancy to have it.
He does love him some Corona.
It's true.
I wasn't going to try and blow up those nitro boxes.
Yeah, fuck that.
Ain't no way.
If Coco had a gun.
Coco's
got a gun. He's lit.
Ah, no, fuck.
It's so that you can destroy more Blade.
Yes.
Starring Mahershala Ali. And previously, Wesley Snipes.
Oh, yeah?
But not anymore.
There's no Wesley Snipes anymore?
Not in New Blade.
Well,
because it's Mahershala.
Now I just don't know what to believe. There's no Wesley Snipes. What's the point?
Mahershala is great and probably better, so it's fine.
I mean, probably even maybe.
I never saw those, so I don't know. Destroy those bitches. Hell yeah. Oh, good choice.
This asshole.
Oh, I was hoping that you could kill him.
Same. Because he's an asshole.
Some fine platforming, sir.
Oh, thank you, good sir. I do try on occasion. You wouldn't know it by the start of this episode, but
hey,
I do.
It's all good. I was distracting you.
Alright, so flames.
Yes, I'd like to know what he's doing. Why is Waluigi just using the flamethrower?
It's what he does. Oh, hey, yeah, I did get all the boxes. Look at
Shine
that.
bright like a diamond.
See, it was worth me dying all those times to get those boxes.
I agree.
Totally worth it.
A true pro.
Yeah. I suppose.
Yeah.
I'll take the compliment, even though I know you don't mean it.
I do. You're a cool cactus.
You're a cactus. It's like the whole point of our channel. Be cacti.
That's what I keep saying.
Is it? I don't think you've ever said that.
Oh.
I like the little dance.
I like her dance a lot.
Yeah. And then we get Unbearable. And this is pretty much where this episode is gonna get weird. Because there's supposed to be a secret ending, or a secret level, like we've already encountered once. at the end of this.
I thought that's what we did before.
There's 2 of them. There's like 5. That entire area that had the 5 different levels and all that stuff. There's a whole bunch of them. And we were saving this one. Oh, why? Why, bear? I gotta kind of lean off to the side because the microphone is in my way when I'm doing this. Oh, fuck. For some reason, I did a belly flop rather than slide because I'm a fucking idiot. Okay, let's try this again.
But yeah, so, dude who talked about the Naughty Dog crunch, he wrote, like, this long-ass, like, expose thing about it. But, like, he's just like, many who have worked at Naughty Dog over the years describe it as a duality, as a place that can be simultaneously the best and the worst workplace in the world. Working at Naughty Dog means designing beloved, critically acclaimed games alongside artists and engineers who are considered some of the greatest in their fields. But for many of those same people, it also means working upwards of 12-hour days and even weekends with the studios in crunch mode, sacrificing their health, relationships, and personal lives at the altar of the game. There's all sorts of stuff he's talking about. You know, he's got friends and colleagues who've been hospitalized, and there's still over half a year to go before the game's done, right?
Yeah.
So Naughty Dog tried to help by bringing in film animators rather than game animators to help with that, because, you know, they know a little something, right? But
right, should be able to help out with a lot of the base level work, I would think, but maybe not.
But it's not the same, I suppose. So he says, reputation for crunch within Los Angeles is so bad that it's near impossible to hire seasoned contract game animators to close out the project. As a result, Naughty Dog hired film animators who lacked the technical design know-how to assemble scenes. Coupled with the attrition of key roles meant the design team ballooned with juniors. Which probably isn't great.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fantastic. But okay, I suppose I could see what they're talking about.
It's interesting, coming from a game like Crash Bandicoot, right? Where Naughty Dog started, and now they're known for these grand epic adventures like The Last of Us and Uncharted. I mean, on one hand, yeah, they've grown and evolved, but I feel like they've kind of lost what they were originally great for, you know what I mean? I don't know.
I don't think I'm going to be able to make that jump normally, so I was trying to do a super jump to get up there. Let's try this again.
You will not make this putt.
So what all has Naughty Dog done? Because I don't have a good list of, like, developers and shit they've done inside my head like some gamers do.
So I'm pretty sure it started with Crash. I'll just pull it up. Maybe Crash wasn't the first, I'm not sure. Let's see. Just give me a list of games. So, Crash Bandicoot for the PlayStation.
Okay.
Jak and Daxter on PS2.
Oh, yeah?
Uncharted and The Last of Us on PS3 and 4. They've also made games called Dream Zone, Keef the Thief, Rings of Power, and Way of the Warrior, none of which I've ever heard of.
Yeah, why would you go into a crunch zone over those?
I think that those are older ones. But, yeah, so Last of Us 2, I mean, it's going to be a very pretty game, and I'm sure it'll get, like, Game of the Year or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, I don't know.
Motherfucker, I was on that edge. We all saw it.
I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah, fuck it.
Oh, I was more talking about the crunch. But, yeah, that too.
Now I'm dead.
Yes. Go do the higher jump onto the nitro boxes.
No. I was gonna try and... Yeah, I guess I have to be able to land this jump to get over. Don't I?
Probably.
Yeah. To activate the thing. Motherfucker. This super jump is ridiculous.
There you go.
Yeah, it doesn't quite work that way. Okay, we'll figure this out.
So yeah, it's like a Donkey Kong-esque.
Yeah. Gotta...
Slide and then jump at the right time.
If only I had, you know, skill.
It's all good. I don't judge you.
I judge me.
I want to end.
I want to end me so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you envy? I'd envy.
There we go. Finally.
And again, I never really liked Uncharted or Last of Us anyway.
Well, that's fair.
I mean, that's my own stupid whatever. I tried playing the first Uncharted game, and I did not enjoy myself at all. So I never played any of the others, even though I know that the others are way better.
I feel like you pretty much already have to be into that style of game, which is not mainly our style of game.
Right. I'm not saying that we should play it on the channel.
Oh no, I just mean in our own personal lives. It's not something we play.
See, I think that the right game could really make it for me. And I watched Cry play through The Last of Us. And it was
Motherfucker! Do not care for this. Too fast.
Too fast, cool.
And now the bear has a right to be chasing me. I'm, you know, riding its child. And I suddenly understand all my girlfriend's fathers.
Look, now we're on a fucking watch list. Thank you. The robot heard you and is just like, alright, well.
That's a problem.
Calling up the old FBI.
Fuck. I managed to jump around one. The controls on the bear cub are not fantastic.
Yeah, I believe that.
And I think that's kind of the point. Fuck.
Yes, generally riding bears, not the easiest.
Yeah, it's not something I'd recommend. Don't ride bears, folks.
Unless it's WoW. Even then, there are still better mounts. So, rip.
Now, I want to say, going back is how you do the thing. And I want to say it's...
Oh my.
There
whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Secret level time. Thank you,
fucking
folks.
what?
Yeah.
Totally bear.
And this is supposed to be the hardest Crash 2 level.
Totally bear is?
Yeah.
Crash, my boy. You are more than halfway there. But I'm sure
living on a
prayer.
prayer.
That things are getting harder. The last 10 crystals will be the hardest to gather, and
Same.
our enemies will be sending their strongest forces to thwart you.
Thanks.
I'll contact you again when you have completed the next warp room.
Cool beans. Okay, so we're gonna save.
Yes.
Now, question.
Yeah.
Do we want to try and go into it?
Or dedicate the next episode to it?
Dedicate the next episode to it, because I've not been particularly great at platforming today. It's probably going to take a bit.
That's fine. We can have this one be a shorty boy.
Okay, and then next time we're going to go into Totally Bear, have it be its probably own episode. If I can finish it fast, then we'll probably do another level, but...
I'm fine with that.
I'm not confident in myself today, so we'll do that.
I feel confidence and sunshine.
Yeah. Alright, so let's go and do our shoutouts.
Cool.
I'm going to do mine to a channel that sort of accidentally popped up where I was playing YouTube while I slept. And then I woke up to it and I'm going, oh, why? That's interesting. And I like his presentation. So, yeah. It's MrRhexxx. Mr. RHEXXX. And he does a whole bunch of lore videos, specifically for Skyrim and Dungeons and Dragons. I don't give a shit about Skyrim, but I really like his lore videos for Dungeons and Dragons. He really goes into it. He pulls up from like all the additions, all the additional stuff. He'll talk about, hey, this person was talking about this. We know this works this way. Stuff like that. He doesn't go into the whole super mechanics of the game too much, though he will use some mechanics to structure his videos. So like he has a challenge rating series where in the books and all that stuff provides a challenge rating of like level 30. So that way if you're level 30, when you go up against that monster, it should be a good fight. Not unwinnable, but, you know, not super easy. And he's using that to help structure some of his, you know, like, most strong name monsters and all that stuff. Or, like, the lore behind fucking bog creatures and all the different dragons and stuff like that. It's a good presentation. If you're into D&D, I highly recommend it.
Would you ever watch something like Critical Role?
No.
Yeah. From what I understand, it's just really interesting and good, but I've never found D&D to be interesting.
I can find D&D interesting. It's just the structuring of it and actually watching someone play it kills it. It is so damn slow. It's like watching a soccer match. You can like soccer as much as you want, but if you're telling me that you're watching it and 90% of that time is just downtime, you can't convince me that you're having a ton of fun.
Right.
And I know some people do. That's great. Good for you. And I like a lot of the characters involved. You know, I like the people playing in Critical Role.
Yeah.
And I want to support them, but
it's really the people that would make me watch it.
It's so hard to watch that show for me because it's just like, wow, I can almost feel the hours slipping away.
Yeah.
And I don't want to feel that. But where they've been doing like animated shorts and stuff like that about their things, and they've been trimming down a lot of the dialogue to make it more streamlined, I'm totally into that. Because they do have some very good stories about that, and like I'm reading up on some of the stories, and I'm just like, yeah, that sounds great. Put that in animated format, make a dinky little cartoon of it. It can be just like stick figures, I don't care. And that'd be great.
Nice. As for me, I'm going to do a shout out to a thing that I've done a shout out to before, but the circumstances have now changed.
Oh, yes?
So, long time ago, I did a shout out to Dystify, which is a channel that was doing 24-hour Nintendo music stream. And I would listen to them a lot when Bobby and I would play Overwatch, right?
Oh, yes. I see now. Okay.
And I've always thoroughly enjoyed that. Then, right before Smash Ultimate came out, he uploaded some of the leaked music tracks. And
which is pretty cool. Kind of shitty, but also really cool.
The original channel got shut down by Nintendo. So he came back with a second channel called Dystify Music. And, you know, was kind of back with a vengeance. He was doing, you know, everything he could, you know, but keeping it in line this time. Right? As of March 1st, the stream is no more, though. So he shut it down. He said, hey, you know what? I've been doing this for 2.5 years. I enjoyed myself. But at the same time, I think it's time that I move on. So he did a what was it, like 6-hour top 100 songs that were played on the channel stream as a farewell. And uploaded that video, which has been great because I've been playing Overwatch again, so I just am listening to that. But as of now, the stream is no more.
That is sad.
Apparently, some of his mods are going to come together and make a similar channel for that. But I just wanted to do a final shout out to Dystify because the dude was awesome at what he did. He put so much time and effort into maintaining that channel that I can't blame him for wanting to move on. I'm like, yeah, good choice, sir. But yeah, so shout outs to Dystify. You will be missed. Yeah. I was even part of that Discord.
Nice. Can I just say that I remember as a kid trying to run around in like perfect circles around this thing and thinking it was so damn hard because analog sticks weren't really a thing.
Right.
And you had to get like it just right and start at the right point.
You couldn't play Crash with analog sticks, right?
I don't believe so.
Yeah.
Maybe the later ones, I don't know.
I know you couldn't on the first one anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about 2 and 3.
But now it's just like so easy because we have such great feedback and sensitivity in analog sticks.
And better game design.
Well, no.
No?
No. But yeah, it's just great. I wanted to point that out. Anyways, that's why I'm wandering around in circles. I mean, 10-year-old me would be amazed.
Hey, don't trip, drop a chip.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll see you guys next time. Sorry, it's a shorty boy.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.